Of all the miracles of Jesus found in the 4 books of the Bible that tell his life story, there's only one miracle included in all 4 books. A huge crowd had formed, 5,000 men plus women and children, and they were tracking Jesus down because of the miracles he had already done healing the sick. With compassion on the crowd, Jesus gave his disciples an impossible instruction: feed the people. The first disciple responded, it would take almost a year's salary to even begin feeding them. Even that wouldn't be enough. Isn't that just like us? Given a big task, if we can only do something small, we often choose to do nothing at all. Peter also steps in, struggling to find a solution. And in John chapter 6, verse 9, Peter says to Jesus, there's a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what are they for so many? And here's where we find out just how different, how divine Jesus really is. He took the small offering of food, he thanked God, and he gave it back to the disciples to distribute. And as they gave it away, the food multiplied until every man, woman, and child were completely stuffed. And the tired and hungry disciples gathered 12 full baskets of leftovers, 1 for each. Does the mission God gave the church seem impossible to you? I mean, I confess, sometimes seeing one friend or family member put faith in Jesus seems impossible to me, much less winning our whole world back to Jesus. And it doesn't matter how much you have. It's all very little compared to God's ability. And God invites us not to be bystanders to his work, but to be part of it by taking what little we have and putting it in Jesus' hands, to see it multiplied for God's purpose. We can't begin to imagine the scale of miracle God could do through his church when we each put what little we have in Jesus' hands. So this Sunday at Mobberly, it's Prove the Tithe Sunday. It's the day that we all rally together to put a small portion of our weekly income, 10%, into Jesus' hands through his church. Yeah, you could keep that 10%. You could pay a bill or take a trip, or you could trust God with it and watch him supply all of your needs and accomplish his purpose through the church. Whether you worship in person or online this weekend, take a step of faith to become part of what God wants to do through Mobberly.